Welcome to Super Tips Sunday. Today is the 20th of October, and this is what sold today. And then we'll talk about my tip. Man of Bronze Stock Savage. It sold for $10.21. I made $6.56. That is all profit because I buy these for 50 cents each, or a quarter piece, both, and I lot them up. I already sold a lot, so that's all gravy. This is a fox. This is an Adopt Me mystery pet. This sold for $9.87, and I made $6.73. Again, this is all profit because I bought these for $1 a piece. I opened them all. I got a golden dragon, which I made $50 off of, and I sold another one, which I made $20 off of, and then the rest I've been making small amounts off of. And the benefit of selling retail arbitrage commercial things is that this is the first box I've sold. I have another one. I don't have to take pictures, just sell similar. So the return on time ROI is great, and it helps me scale. Finally, and this is the super tip, these are carpenter ant termite killer. I bought these for either $2 or $4. This is my first year where I'm checking the garden section during clearance time, which was September here. And they're still doing clearance things for the garden. But for that, I need it to be very, very small so I can make a profit, because I am competing with people who are doing free shipping. Excuse my appearance, I have a bug. So, a bug, not unlike this. Some of these, because this is a pesticide, I did have to look up and see if it was a hazard. If it had been a hazard, I would have just had to put a sticker on the UPS box saying it was a hazard to the environment. If it opens or whatever, all I have to do is, I ship everything in a sealed bag. I have different sizes because I'm paranoid about things getting wet, especially books. So this I will ship each, put in a bag, tape it, put it in a box. So those sold for $24.50. I can't remember if I paid $2 a piece or $4 a piece. I know it was one of those two. I didn't write it on my inventory sheet, and I did not want to go back through my receipts because I do, keep the receipts. So I made $18.73. Assuming I paid $4 a piece, I made $10.73. If I paid $2 a piece, I made $14.73. This is definitely a smash. I would buy them again, and I would buy more of them because they sold in a month. So because it's my first year, there are some things I've learned, especially with clothing, that you can buy it in spring. You think, oh, it's going to sell because it's been selling, and then it doesn't sell again until the fall. So I don't have as much nuanced gut with clothing. So with hard goods, with gardening, because I know about things, and this is not going to the West Coast, it's going somewhere south. So I have a better sense of, I thought this would probably sell even though winter is coming, but I wasn't certain. So I didn't pick up the 4. I picked up the 2 because I did not know if I would be keeping it for 6 months. If I was going to have to keep it for 6 months, I didn't want 4 of them. So now I know. And the other thing I bought was natural sprayicizers, and those sell for $12, and I paid $2 piece for those. One of those sells for $12. So we'll see if the natural ones are worth picking up. Anyway, so that's my tip. Look at your garden stuff in August or September, depending on where you live. go to the clearance section and look and see. And if you can buy it under $5, so you can offer 2, the best thing to do if you're going to compete with the big guys is to always get 2. Stay sane, stay awesome. Good morning. It's Thursday, the 24th at 8:30, and have some coffee with me. Let's play Smash or Pass, and also I have a rant. This is going to be my official, unofficial video. So first, these are, keep your hat in the wild, Wrangler Hero Vintage. These sell fast. They sell, one I charged $14. This one was $10 because it had a bleach spot on it. But I had went to a bag sale, and so I paid, the cost of goods for the bag is covered because I paid $10 for a lot of no name brand clothes. So this is all profit. And yeah, so I bought 3 of these, right? Because I was just grabbing stuff because everybody was in there and things were disappearing quickly because it was fill a bag for $5. So I'm like, work shirts, Wrangler. I know those sell, right? Rigs sell. And this sold in like 2 days. And I've had 2 other ones that I sold before this. Well, I had written a note to myself, sell similar this shirt. But I forgot to take the pictures when I was like doing my sell similars because I had 3 items I had to just sell similar. Because they had sold, and then, you know, I just relist them, sell similar, and I don't have to take the pictures on the other ones were the mystery eggs toys that I have more of the same exact thing. Retail arbitrage. I'm going to shut my door because my dog is barking. Come on, Lizzie. So I did that. I was like, oh no, I didn't take pictures. So thankfully, it was the same size, just like the other 2. Thankfully, it had a little bit of discolored spot. And I have this great stain remover. Let me share it with you. It gets out almost everything. And you just mix it with water. And if you put it on a stain, you don't even always have to wash it. Sometimes you just can, you know, spray this, spray with your water on the spot, you know, and then steam it dry. But on this one, I was like, I'm just going to wash it. So all the stains came out, discoloring. It was a stain. And then I realized it doesn't even have a bleach spot, so I could have asked for 14 instead of 10. But I was just so happy, like I didn't have to cancel. Speaking of canceling, so this is Smash. I would pay the normal price for the shirts at our hospice thrift store, $3.99, $2.99. I would pay $2.99 for this minus my 15% veterans discount, which y'all really adds up. And I would buy it again because it sells within no longer than a month. Like usually they sell within a couple weeks. So, okay. And they're easy to take a picture of. They're easy to measure. They're fabulous. So that's a Smash. So this one, this is a cute shirt. I almost kept it, but so this is all profit. This is all profit. And I put things that I've had for a long time that are not high value items on sale for 20%, 30%. So this too I'll have to see what this sold for, and I'll put it up on the screen, okay? But it's really cute. It's an Isaac Mizrahi Live, so it came from like one of those channels, you know? And it's cute because it's my size, and it has a little peplum. So it's really like flattering because the peplum goes like this. I think it's so cute. But I did not like it on me. So I really love loud, bold colors. But this was just too, it just didn't look right on me. So I got this in a lot from a friend's Whatnot. I only do Whatnot for friends. Whatnot completely overwhelms me as a buyer. I'm like, how much is shipping and how much am I spending? And, you know, you always want to buy a lot so you get, you know, because you can fit a lot to make the most of your shipping. That's really, and then I get overwhelmed. And then sometimes I can find the tip and sometimes I can't, and I can't see on the phone, and it doesn't work on the desktop, and it moves really fast. But anyway, for my friend, I went. So this hoodie was why I bought the box was $16 with shipping. $16 with shipping. So these little clothes are just bonus because I felt like this is a Forever 21 hoodie. It's pretty fun. It's not my normal style, and I thought, you know, I'll get something different. So, so this is past though. Overall, if I were to see it in the store, unless I got it for a quarter, I would pass. And also, it takes until fall to sell, right? It's October. It's been listed since spring. So, definitely a fall shirt. And I don't think it would sell for more than $10. So, you pay a quarter for it, you're up on your money. This was the worst. I have tried to go to my bins. So my learning curve for sourcing was don't do what everybody else does necessarily. So I tried what everybody else tried. And then it's talking through friends. Like one friend likes to sell loose figures and toys, and they don't even have to be worth a lot of money. And then another friend, he's like, you know, and then they interviewed somebody, Regina and Derek interviewed the book guy, Ryan. I'm like, wait a minute. And then my other friend said, you know, you can scale books. He's like a mentor friend. That's Richie at Abundant Tags Inc. I'm like, oh, duh, because that's what I have. What people don't talk about is if you want to resell and you're looking for things to source what's in your area. Don't necessarily feel like you have to source what everybody else sources, right? People don't talk about geographically you have to source what's in the area. If it's clothes, source clothes. Richie sells suits because that's what's in his area. He's like, it's not his favorite thing to sell. That's what's in his area, suits and suit jackets. So I went to the bins. This is the third and last time I went to the bed. No, second and last time. I went one more time after this. I've got it different times of the day. Again, I live in a small town. It's an isolated town in the mountains in Oregon, not Portland, Cali border. There is nothing here. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. So, whatever. People still go to the bins and go through, and I can't bring myself to do it even wearing gloves. I cannot bring myself to dig through all those clothes. And it's so gross. Anyway, I got a yummy. I thought, oh, this will sell. I'm trying to get a few things to make it cheaper, right, for my bag. I ended up spending $16. The really good thing I got was a Mexican blanket. That just right, because I use that blanket every night for months and months in my recliner. It's one of those blankets. It's kind of this material, you know. It's best blanket. Anyway, this also was $11 to ship. It had some flaws. It was a size medium, which is not a good size. So I ended up selling it for $6.71. I made $2. I was so happy to get rid of it. It also took a lot of space. Pass, pass, pass. There is no way, even if I maybe would get one if it cost me $3, if it was a size XXL, if it was in perfect condition, and if it had unique colors. Other than that, or unique pattern, no. It takes up so much room. I'm so happy to get rid of it. Pass. So the guy ended up paying $20 because, you know, and I don't do flat rate shipping. I guess on Poshmark they could have only paid $7 for it, right? So anyway, that was one of those, you know, I wouldn't do again. Sometimes, though, you just got to learn, and I still did not lose money, right? That's the key. Even if it's only $2 when you're learning or you're making a bad buy, you don't lose money. Okay, and this, of course, is Doc Savage. This sold for $9.99 on Mercari. I bought a bunch of these for $1 a piece, no, 50 cents a piece, but I sold a lot of them, so it covered my whole thing. Like, obviously, I'm making, on Mercari, I'm making $9.50. I sold one the other day for, I don't remember how much it was, so, but this is so funny. This is in the, I didn't want to really open it because it hasn't really been read. This is like in the 60s. I think it's late 60s, early 70s. It's like a sci-fi James Bond. And I read a small excerpt on my TikTok channel, and it had this section where it said the main character was very, very smart because he developed this, he works for the CIA, but he developed the secret department where they can change people's brains, criminals' brains. So they don't want to commit crimes anymore. Not only do they not want to commit crimes, but they also will be against criminals, right? So they're proactively against criminals. So what happens is they change their brains. They don't remember their brains change or anything like that. And then they release them out in the world. And then these ex-criminals are now like vigilantes. And this guy, Doc Savage, you know, developed this program. And he's brilliant. And so, you know, they can't afford to let him die. And it's hilarious. I could see why this is a cult favorite. It's amazing. I mean, it's not my thing. Even as a kid, I'm not a big, there's some sci-fi like that's newer, but older sci-fi, but you've got, the reason I love old sci-fi is because they were breaking ground against the norm, right? Old sci-fi was really seen as, you know, very I know it's on the wave of Star Trek and stuff, but it was really an underground thing. It was, if you were a sci-fi writer, you weren't even taken seriously, you know what I mean? I mean, yes, people, Isaac Asimov, but it wasn't a mainstream thing, right? It was a minor, like today, you know, it would be cool, right, to be a sci-fi writer. People in general, you're a real writer. But back in those days, no. So anyway, I sold that, and of course, smash. I love selling books so much, and I'm so happy that's what I can source here. So here's my other story. I really feel like it's boomer grandmas that I've been having. Again, that lady in the store was a boomer. I'm assuming she was a grandma. These two particular were, so the one today, I woke up to a message this morning. I have these two kin outfits. I think one of them's connected to the movie. And I'm selling them 2 for $14. 2 for $14, right? One of them you can't get anywhere anymore. It's gone. And the other one is on sale at Walmart online for $17 for one. So she writes me about how she's not a collector. She's actually an aunt. Okay, an aunt, not a grandma. And she plays Barbies with her two nieces. So she's offering me $7.99. And I was like, I'm not going to change my price because you play Barbies with your two nieces. I mean, don't use your nieces as social collateral. I get this all the time in this town, and I get grandmother as social collateral. If you don't know, social collateral is where it is you have a certain status that you can use for clout. So in my town, it's who you know. So the people that are from here, they have social collateral, right? If I know somebody, I'll say, oh yeah, I know. It's my husband who knows people, not me, because he's worked in public places and he's a dude. So when I first opened my daycare in 2017, my husband worked with someone at the college here who knew the mom's grandma, and so they trusted me. It's like, that was great. But it was because they knew my husband. They weren't basing on my, my whatever or references. And the other thing is, if somebody is going to hurt a child, it's usually someone they know. So anyway, I understand that's how things are done here. It's so bizarre to me because I've been in this town for 20 years, but I did not grow up nor live in a town like this. So nowhere else I lived would you say, oh yeah, do you know someone I know? Oh, therefore I trust you. Like, that's just so dated, whatever. So that's what I mean about social collateral. My husband has it. He knows people where he works, like the guy we bought the car from. My husband's best friend knew the guy's cousin or something. I don't know. It's that. I don't have that. I mean, I've been in this town 20 years, but my jobs, I don't get close people like that. And I resent the fact that I should have to play that stupid BS game to be taken seriously, when if you went 1 hour over the hill, they would look at you like you were crazy, right? Because in a bigger place, that doesn't fly. The other thing is, you can't give someone credit based on who they know. That's how kids get hurt, whatever. Okay. So that's that, and it drives me crazy. Judge me on my credits, judge me on my brain, judge me on my demeanor, judge me on my skill, do not judge me on who I know. Like, that's not, and don't esteem me. I don't have grandkids, right? I don't have grandkids. So, some people don't have a family structure. I have kids, but one's in Texas, one's in Portland doing her own thing. We're not close. Divorce, long story. All I'm saying is, don't bring personal stuff. It drives me crazy because you don't know. So I just responded. I said, hey, my price is fair. I countered with, I think it was $13 or $12. I said, I pay for the items. I pay for gas. I pay for packaging. I pay fees, and I include shipping fees. I said, this one is on sale at Walmart online for whatever. just for one, thank you, and I wish you well. So, this is why I don't take counter offers very much, because I get emotional about it. I don't mind if they counter offer, just counter offer. I don't need a sob story. And I resent the fact that a person thinks that they should get a special discount because they're playing with their nieces, as opposed to maybe somebody who collects because it's healing them from their childhood. Sorry, I get emotional. This is what happened, right? I had a hysterectomy. I think it's been 3 years ago, and now I cry all the time. I don't get mad anymore. I just cry. That's what I do. Anyway, 3 weeks ago, I had to do I think it was last month, I had to do my first cancellation ever the whole year. Now, last year I decluttered. I didn't have to cancel. And it was like this green, weird topiary bird with this red hat. It was a Christmas bird. And what happened was I got rid of all my tchotchkes that were breakable, those ceramic, vintage things, because I had shipped 2 different ones. I double boxed them. And they broke. And I'm just like, and I use pool noodles, and I just like, I can't do this anymore. It takes too much packaging. It takes too much time to pack. It takes a lot of room to store, because you have to store them either boxed so they're already packed, or in a place where they're not going to break, right? So I just got rid of all my stuff, and I did not pay very much for them. It was back when I was starting, and everybody, and I said, I'm sorry, I forgot to remove it. I don't have this. I'm going to have to cancel. I'm sorry. And she said, I don't believe you. I think that you're going to sell to someone else for a higher price. And I was like, and I said, look, this is what I did. I forgot to remove the listing. And I think that I don't know why you would think I'm deceptive, why you think I'm a liar. I'm not. This is what I did. And I just forgot to remove the listing. I took all my breakable stuff to Goodwill. And she's like, well, what's so hard about sending breakable stuff? And I explained to her, and she's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, but I have been burned, and because she literally said, I think you're going to sell it at a higher price. I'll be watching you. And I'm like, so then she proceeded to tell me her story about, I said, well, she said something about her grandkids or something, and whatever. And I said, oh, I hope you have a whatever. And I said, well, at least she's like, I just buy cute things for my grandkids to enjoy. I'm like, oh, whatever. Then she tells me her life story about, actually, I was an orphan because my parents died young, and then I didn't have any, but I'm like, well, at least the important thing's the grandkids, and I wish you the best or whatever. And she's like, well, thanks for listening. I'm not entitled either. I'm not like, well, people should treat me differently because of XYZ. I think it's a boomer issue, to be honest. I'm going to post this in transparency, but this is who I am. This is who I am. So now I've got to drink my coffee, go source, drink my coffee, pack my things. Thankfully, it's all closed in a book, so it's fast to pack. Go source, drop off packages, and go to Walmart. So I drop off packages every day. Okay, let me know what you think, even if you disagree with me, or have you had experiences like this, or or if you think I'm off base. I could be wrong. There is no right.
you know what I mean? There is no they're wrong and I'm right. This is just me trying to navigate my world as it is. And that's it. Stay sane. Stay awesome.